Hello everyone, welcome to R2 Dimes, a podcast where we talk about basketball and only basketball. I'm joined here yet again with Riley.
What's good, yo?
And, okay. And we are going to be talking about basketball and, not specifically NBA because, as you may know, it is March, and that brings out March Madness. So, if you don't know what March Madness is, which, just Google it. I'm not going to tell you. Because if you're on this
How could you not
podcast...
know? Why are you here if you
If
don't know
you're
what
on this
March Madness
podcast and you don't know what March Madness is, then just do a quick search. But anyways, we have made a pool, but we're not winning. We're just doing it for fun, and we don't know. I mean, we know stuff about college basketball, but we are we're not avid college basketball watchers. We don't know much other than the top prospects.
What are you trying to say?
But I mean, I filled out my bracket, you filled out yours. We're just gonna briefly talk about some of the selections we made. So in mine, I had Michigan State winning the whole thing, and you had Duke. So just I would say try to give me your process of thinking, but I mean it's pretty clear that they're
Of
the
picking
favorites.
Duke?
Yeah.
Let's see, why did I pick Duke? There's this guy named Zion Williamson, and this guy named RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish. Although Cam's Cam kind of needs to step up his game here.
Don't forget about Trey Jones
True.
and Coach K.
The Big Four.
So.
Oh yeah, love Coach K.
Do you even know how to say his full name? It's just. I just say
It's
Coach K. It's just but I have Michigan State winning it all. I have them upsetting over Duke for three reasons. Three very simple reasons. One of them is they have the same logo as my high school basketball team, so there's that tie-in, that connection. And when I was at the Timberwolves game in October. When I was at the Timberwolves game in October, their whole team was there, and that was kind of cool. I was sitting close to them. I did not take a picture with them, which kind of sucks. And statistically, the matchup, because they are the second seed in their conference. Is that what they call them? Division? Second seed in the division?
I think they're divisions.
Yeah, because there's four. Yeah, division. So they're not even the second seed. Wait.
Yes, they are.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong bracket. Okay.
Gonzaga's first.
Yeah, Gonzaga's first. What? No, Duke's first.
They're in different.
No, they're in the same. That's why they play each other
sorry.
in the...
My bad. I was looking at Michigan.
Come on,
Sorry,
man.
there's Michigan and then
Yeah,
Michigan State.
and...
My bad.
Yeah, but we all know Michigan State is better. Fight me. But, I have a couple tips for people who are NBA fans, but, they don't know much about basketball, which is the same situation that me and you are in. So, first off, look out for those depth guys, those gems in the draft, because obviously the top guys like Zion and RJ, they've already proven themselves. But as we've seen in past drafts and last March Madnesses, like last year, Dante DiVincenzo, yeah, from Villanova, right? Yeah, Villanova. And he won it all last year, and that really raised his draft stock from, I think, a late second round pick to the middle of the draft. So, same with Mo Wagner. He had a good run with Michigan Wolverines, and he raised his draft stock, and now he's with the Lakers. But also it's time to see what the. Okay, this is very off topic, but I was just
Time to see what the.
I was playing with my pen, and it glows in the dark.
Okay, back on topic here.
Back to basketball, because this is hoops only. So, and the matchup, this is going to be a very interesting first matchup. I think that this is on most people's watch list. It's Marquette and Murray State. Now, Murray State obviously has John Morant, and most people haven't seen him play. They've seen highlights, obviously, of his crazy dunks and crazy flashy passes, but they haven't really seen him play live, and this is a big stage for him to prove himself as a top point guard in this draft. And they have to play Marquette, who also have a top guard in the. Or I don't know if he's gonna be in the draft, but he's a top guard in college right now.
Yeah.
Howard.
I think.
I still don't know.
I think I had I don't think I had Murray State getting out of the first round.
Oh, I did.
First round.
I had Murray State
If I
getting out
could
of the first
fucking
round.
find them on this bracket, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, their brackets are so big. That's why no one wins. Well, I mean, have you seen that one video of that one kid who doesn't even watch basketball and he won the whole thing?
No.
You haven't? Okay, so this kid basically, right? He just looked at the numbers, like the seedings, and he guessed the whole thing, and he won all the money because
Damn.
he just got really lucky. And like he made guesses because like his dad was from like somewhere, so he got the college from that city, and then they upset it, and it was just he got extremely lucky. But
Oh no shit.
if we could do that, you know, that'd be sick. We could get that money for some new equipment for you guys, and that's about it.
Equipment. Fuck that. I'm moving to LA. Just kidding.
LA. That's pretty plausible. But yeah, just and also don't take this whole thing too seriously when you're filling out your bracket. Don't sweat over a selection for like an hour because just guess honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Because
Like
those,
if you're not, yeah, exactly. If you're not sure, just like, suck it, dude.
especially in the first round, like don't look too much in the first round. Yes, you want some upsets. Obviously, there's always gonna be that one guy that's like, oh, first seed going, okay, second seed, third seed. You know, don't be that guy, because I forget which matchup it is. Usually, isn't like the there's a matchup that always like upset. Isn't it the 5-12 matchup that always upsets?
Shit. I'm just kidding.
It does. That's why
Um,
I think so. But I have Liberty, the 12 seed, upsetting Missouri State, and then I also have the Murray State upsetting Marquette because they're both 12 seeds and they have a good chance of winning.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
I mean, I'm gonna watch some. You're gonna watch some basketball,
How
college
far
ball.
did wait? How far did DeAndre Ayton make it last year?
I am not sure. I'm pretty sure he got out of the first round, but
Yeah, I remember he didn't make it far.
yeah.
People
Usually
are
top
like,
draft picks
this
don't.
was a little disappointing.
That's another thing. Usually top draft picks don't like win it all. You know, like
Well, I mean, it's all about like, cause well, like most of the time, top draft picks are usually freshmen, and usually a lot of the teams you see succeeding more are teams with you know,
veterans.
more. Yeah.
I forget what team it is,
can't-
but there's a team in here that's like the oldest team, and I have them going far. I really can't remember what team it was. It was in the Western Conference, but I don't remember what team it was. Or in the Western Division. I can't. Was it Baylor? Maybe it was Baylor. I don't know. But let's move on from college basketball because we don't want to say stuff that, like, we don't want to just pull stuff out of our ass, you know? Because we don't know everything. There's definitely a lot that we could learn. But, you know, it's fun watching college ball, watching those gems, watching those draft prospects develop, and also watching some fundamental basketball. And some
Exactly.
zones. Even though zones might not be the most interesting thing, you know, it's all right.
They were.
So, speaking
I
of
was
Zion and college and Duke, you know, he's supposed to be the first overall draft pick, and the Lakers right now, they're not looking too hot, and you said they were tanking, but I think you were joking, right? Please say you were joking.
Yeah. Well, because, like, their franchise is just so messed up right now. And, like, it's not the players, like, they have good players, but, well, they have decent players.
The way their team is built, it's just not ideal.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then
see,
they wreck team chemistry with all the Anthony Davis trade rumors, and
that was a big thing, too.
we haven't been able to recover from it, and that's why we're gonna be in the lottery.
I like how you say we, like you're an
Again.
actual member of the team. You're just like a fan.
I am a member of the team. I'm a
10-day
I'm a
contract.
water boy.
Water boy. I wish I was the water boy. I wouldn't even care if I was a water boy. For
I'd
the
be like,
Lakers,
LeBron, how much water you want?
I would say
literally
his saliva,
water.
and he could have my.
Ew, that is actually that's messed up.
I'm just kidding. But
Are you really?
speaking of LeBron, you said that Dell Demps ruined the We were in a discussion, right? I'm pretty sure you remember this, but you said that Dell Demps ruined the
Yeah, I
Lakers playoffs. So what do you still stand by
did.
that?
Well, okay, not entirely. I
So if
mean,
that
the
trade
Lakers-
whiff went through, you think they would have made the playoffs? Is what you're trying to say?
they had AD.
Where they traded
think they
everybody
have-
though. Actually, all their guys are injured though. Ooh.
Exactly. So it's like they traded nothing. Or yeah, pretty much because fucking Ingram's out with blood clots. Hey, he's good
Rest
for
up.
next season now.
And yeah.
At least
They still
what it
wouldn't have
said,
that
that's what they're
depth.
saying.
They wouldn't have made the playoffs I don't think, but they
You
wouldn't have
don't think they
lost
would have made the
that.
playoffs with AD and LeBron?
Yeah, but it's still the Lakers, you know? Like, they still don't have a great team. Obviously, you have LeBron and Davis, but is that good enough? Like, they were already pretty far back when they,
I
Actually, they
mean,
weren't even... How far
they weren't.
back?
They weren't that far back at all. They just kept dropping games to freaking like Atlanta, and just to a bunch of shitty teams.
The Suns, the Knicks. Oh, God. I don't-
Exactly.
Let's move on from that. So, anyways, Zion, right? So with Zion, if the Lakers somehow got the first overall pick, and the Lakers got Zion, then would you rather? This was a
This isn't
point.
happening.
This is a
but-
point. It's not. It's just hypothetical. Well, it could, but like it's hypothetical, and it's probably not gonna happen. But this was brought by Paul Pierce, and he basically said, "Would you rather have
Paul Pierce.
15 years of Zion or 3 years of LeBron going forward for this franchise?" Because you could just say your stuff first, and then I'll say my stuff.
Well, I mean, am I just like throwing LeBron on a team, or am I building around LeBron and Zion?
Just the Lakers right now. Like if they
Oh,
drafted
the Lakers right
Zion,
now?
what do you do? Do you trade that first overall pick and try to help LeBron, or do you build around Zion for 15 years?
I mean, I don't. I think I'd rather try to trade the first overall pick and build around LeBron.
Ooh.
Like trade, I don't know, trade Kuzma or something.
So a
and the
package
first
deal that
overall
would look
pick.
very appealing to
Yeah.
the Pelicans. You
Or
know, I
like,
could probably get it
exactly, that's what
done.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but for 3 years though. I mean, I guess then you have potentially Davis for the rest of his career.
And then if
but-
exactly, and then if you have Davis, then
But here's the thing, okay? The big reason why it wouldn't be the worst idea to... I know that this is very
the worst
hypothetical
idea
and
to what?
to
Oh.
trade LeBron.
Wait.
The other way.
Okay, yeah,
The
yeah.
opposite of what you said. Because a couple reasons. We've seen that free agents don't really... Or most big free agents don't really want to play with LeBron. So, like...
Bitches.
The... well, like, people have come out like Butler and, you know... I think, as Paul
And well,
George said-
Butler's a fag. Fuck him.
It's kind of gay, but we don't judge that. But this is a very weird episode. But basically, there's that, and their young team, you know, they wouldn't have to be so focused on LeBron, and you know,
And winning right away.
this team could develop as one. You know, imagine a team with Ingram, Lonzo, Zion, Kuzma, and then if you get a free agent, you know, whatever. And you get
How do you
that-
run that lineup though?
all those guys in their prime. Probably Ingram at shooting guard, and then Zion
Yeah.
small forward, Kuzma power forward, or vice versa, depending on. Do you think Zion will be a power forward or a small forward in the NBA?
I don't know. I'd like to see him run small forward more, just because it gives. I feel like it gives him more that chance to be like a ball handler, I guess.
Plus he's
But-
6'7", and yeah,
Exactly, and
he'd
height.
be that point forward. That's just an absolute tank. But we're moving on to the next segment. Actually, I'm gonna switch the order around. I'm gonna start with start bench cut, okay? And then we'll
I
start
guess
with our
you
next.
should start with Ben Simmons.
No.
So what?
So I have 10 for you. 10 start bench cuts. I will go along with you. And if you don't know what start bench cut is, which you might not, basically start bench cut is where I name 3 players and you determine which one you would start on your team, which one you would bench, like the 6 man, and which one you would cut entirely from your roster. So it's basically a fun way of ranking players. And I just have one question for you before we get into this game. So for young
What are
players,
those?
for young players, do you base some of it off potential? Because I have some young players in here. So are you basing it off potential?
So like, if I'm picking the start bench cut, am I picking on potential or current?
So
That's what
potential
you're asking?
overall or a mix of both?
A mix of both. Cause like, if I'm picking like Shy over Spencer Dinwiddie, I'd probably go start. Like, I'd probably start Spencer Dinwiddie for now, and then like
Okay.
in the future, you know. You feel me?
Okay, so I have 10. Some of them are trickier than others, but we're going to start with the first one. These are all point guards, and it is start bench cut, Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving.
Start Kyrie.
But now it's between Lillard and Westbrook. That's kind of what I try to catch
Bench,
you with.
bench Westbrook. Cut Lillard. I like Lillard. I like his game, but it's more similar to Kyrie's game than Westbrook is, and I like the two different styles of point guard.
So you're not really ranking them. You're just thinking more of like building your team.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I still think I'd still like to think Westbrook's better than Lillard, but
Westbrook has more
sometimes,
talent, but sometimes Westbrook could just piss me off with his shot
yeah,
selection.
sometimes Westbrook's just a bit of a fucking retard.
And you know,
Just kidding.
Lillard hasn't had the playoff success,
Yeah.
but in the regular season,
That's
he's
true.
proven
Lillard's
to.
struggling.
Yeah. So I don't even know what I would do for that
Yeah,
one.
I think I'd pick Westbrook over Lillard though.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was gonna do for that one, so that's why I kind of gave it to you so that you could answer because I still don't know what I would do. We're moving on to elite shooting guards now. This one might be tougher than the last one. Okay. Start bench cut. Klay Thompson, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler. I know it's tough because Bradley Beal's been playing so good this season,
Exactly.
and Butler, you know, hasn't had
Butler
his
and
best season,
Butler
and then
and-
Klay's just Klay. So you know,
Butler and Klay both bring the defense. I think if we were talking, I think I'm gonna cut Butler. I think if we were talking last year,
last year he was, in my opinion, the second best shooting guard in the league.
yeah.
So that's fair.
And
That's
then
fair.
I think I'd start.
It's tough.
Start
I know.
Klay. Bench Beal.
I mean, I would still really like to see what Klay could be on his own team if it would improve him or if it would, you know, take away his stats. Because obviously playing with Curry helps you, but I mean, you might get more shots if you're on another team, but you might not be getting the better shots if that makes sense. But yeah, that was another tough one. Beal obviously been playing amazing, and you know some people have him as the second best shooting guard in the league. But when another thing is when Klay gets hot, when he's hot, he's one of the best
Klay is
players in the
literally-
league when he's
Yeah,
on fire.
Klay is
So.
literally a top player in the league.
And obviously the
unstoppable.
defensive game plays a big part in it. But I also like Bradley's ability to play make. You know, his ability to facilitate. So that was another tough one. I don't blame you. I don't disagree with you, but I don't agree with you. It's just kind of tough. I don't even know what I would do for that one either. Well, I don't know if I you know,
what you said just confused me.
between Klay and Beal, that one's tough. So I'm not agreeing with you necessarily, but I'm not disagreeing because it's also so interchangeable. But
That's true.
I kind of agree with it. I could dig it. So the third start bench cut is Kawhi, Paul George, Kevin Durant. Now this one is an easy one. So just, well, it
Cut Kevin Durant. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, just kidding.
Start Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Bench Kawhi. Cut Paul George.
Okay. And why do you choose Kawhi over Paul George?
I think Kawhi has been a better player consistently, and like as amazing of a season Paul George has been having,
Yeah, I agree.
Kawhi has been a top 7 player for the past like
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
4
Well,
years?
I agree that he's more proven. You know, he's won those Defensive Player of the Year awards. He's been a Finals MVP. You know, Paul George obviously has had an amazing year this year, but I agree with that pick. So, moving on to the next one. This one might be tough for you. We got start bench cut, Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan, and Jrue Holiday.
Okay, wait, sorry, say it again.
Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan,
Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan, and Jrue
Jrue
Holiday.
Holiday. Yeah.
Alright, I'm starting Victor Oladipo.
Mhm.
He brings that two-way and he's a great offensive player. Uh,
And you know the Pacers were doing good with him, and now they're doing really good without him. So he's still a really good player, and he's still
that's
a
just
key
the
part of.
Pacers team being like great. I
Yeah,
guess I don't know.
but I could dig that. Now it's between Drew Holiday and DeMar DeRozan.
It's for me. It's offense versus defense, I guess, because obviously Drew Holiday is nowhere near a bad offensive player, but like
He
he's
brings that
obviously
two-way
not.
ability.
He's obviously not DeMar DeRozan on offense, and DeMar DeRozan is not Drew Holiday on defense. But if I had to choose, I think I'd still probably go with DeMar.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that Drew Holiday is very underrated, but I think that
that's
DeMar
true.
and you know DeMar and that he's been doing good for the Spurs this season, so I like that pick. They're the fifth seed right now. He's averaging 22, 6 and 6. So you know his team's winning, another reason, and Drew Holiday is not. The only thing that really keeps it close for me is the defense and maybe the playmaking, but I mean DeMar's not a bad playmaker by any stretch of the imagination. So,
That's true.
and you know I agree with that. So next up, I don't know if this is easy or difficult. We got Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Tobias Harris.
Ooh, they've all been balling this season. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I don't really. I mean, the Spurs are hot right now.
LaMarcus isn't as doing as good as last year, but he's had those moments
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one game against the Thunder. Ooh. And obviously Tobias was doing really good, leading that team to almost, or they were a playoff team. Tobias
The Clippers?
was
Wait.
with the Clippers. Yeah, Tobias with the Clippers.
Yeah, they were a playoff. I mean,
Yeah,
they're still doing
so
good without him, though. So
they're still gonna make the playoffs because there's no way the Kings catch them. So
no, no.
the Clippers are gonna get bounced in the first round though. But
Well, yeah, no shit.
so who you starting? I know who I would start.
I think I'd start. I think I'd still start Blake.
Blake is here.
Blake, Tobias, and then I'd cut LaMarcus Aldridge.
You have LaMarcus over. Okay.
No, I'm benching or I'm cutting LaMarcus.
Or you have Tobias over LaMarcus. I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
I don't
you
know.
have a specific reasoning for that? Or is it just like I'm kind of putting you on the spot with all
really.
these. That's my bad. But you know, we
Well,
gotta-
I don't know. Like, I just like Tobias, and I don't watch much Spurs basketball.
What?
Nope.
Yeah. LaMarcus is 32. I think for this, that's tough. LaMarcus was an All-Star, right? Holy
This
crap!
season?
I do remember the All-Stars. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Okay. Yeah, he was then. So, you know, you got him as an all-star, and then Tobias was almost an all-star. You know, I think that they're very both in caliber, but Tobias is young. You know, he's more athletic than Aldridge. I still like Aldridge, but I think that Tobias Harris is more versatile, and he could do more for you. So, uh,
True.
I can agree with that pick. So next up, we got young power forwards. We got John Collins, Pascal Siakam, and Julius Randle.
Oh, Julius Randle, yeah.
Oh, you'll wait for Markman's later, bro. That one's a tough one. Collins, Randle, and Pascal, because Pascal and Randle, they've
they're
all
also close
really
to me.
improved this season. They're young.
Yeah, I
They've had
know.
really good, most improved caliber seasons.
I
It's just
think
about-
I'd start Pascal,
Okay. Yeah, I really like his work ethic.
bench Randall, cut Collins.
I can agree with that. Is there anything else you want to add, or are you just buzzing that
They're all
answer?
really close.
They are all really close.
Like that was a hella tough one.
I know. I'm sorry I hit you with that hard one so early, but Pascal, Randall, yeah, they're all very good. I probably John Collins. I agree with cutting him, just because I feel like the defense
That's
really
true.
gives the edge for the other players, for
Even
Pascal
yeah, for all
and
the other
Randall.
players.
And Randall and Pascal, that one's pretty tough, but I can agree with starting
I
Pascal.
mean, Randall isn't like a terrific defender, but he's got good athleticism to be a good defender.
Good playmaking, yeah. But I really like Pascal, and I think that he could be a good player. Well, he already is a really good player in the league, but I think they could further improve because of his work ethic and just his situation in Toronto right now. So, next up, this one is more young players. All the rest are just young players, so make of that what you will. But we got Jason Tatum, Kyle Kuzma, Lauri
Don't do
Markkanen.
it to me. Okay.
What? Oh, yeah, you thought I was going
Wait,
to put
what?
Ingram in there?
No, yeah. Does Tatum play small forward? Yeah, he plays small forward, right? Like
For the Celtics?
He doesn't play out of position, does he?
No. Why?
Okay, yeah. I didn't think so. I just wasn't
I
sure.
don't. Oh, does that have anything to do with your response?
Yes. No, okay. Fuck. Who was the first one?
It was Tatum, Kuzma, Markkanen.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay.
I think this one is fairly easy, in my opinion, but
Tatum,
you're starting
Markkanen,
Tatum.
Kuzma.
That's mine too. It's tough to say that you'd cut Markkanen. I mean, cut Kuzma, but Markkanen's been having an amazing season ever since he came
I
back.
feel yeah.
He's had
Yeah. I feel
big
like
moments, and him and Zach LaVine have been pretty good
I
together.
feel like the thing for me is Markkanen and Tatum can create their own shot better.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
They're
And
all not very good defensively.
even though Kuzma, gets a lot of hate, I still feel like what we've seen from the playoffs last year and just, it's just the
Wait,
situation
what?
from if he was in a better, what? The playoffs last year when they went to the conference finals. Dude,
Wait, who'd you just say?
I
Oh,
said Tatum.
I thought you said Kuzma. I was so confused. I was like, what?
No. So we've seen what he could do in that spotlight. He took LeBron to 7 games, which is very impressive as a rookie. Lots of people have been hating on him because he's not taking that big step that everyone thinks he was. But the Celtics haven't been doing that great as this season,
That's true.
and everyone's trying to find their own shots. And I feel like Tatum could really shine more if he was in a different situation. But that's just me. I feel like
Where he's the main.
talent-wise, I'd definitely start him. So we got 3 more left, and this one, we got Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, and D'Angelo Russell.
Devin Booker's out. D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah. I know, it's tough. Well, actually, maybe not.
I think I'd start D'Lo.
Just because they're in the playoffs? Or is there anything else that really...
Biased, maybe? Maybe I'm a little biased. Love my boy D'Lo, but
I can get behind that.
as much as I'd like to bench Booker, the Suns' team success plays a lot into this, and it's not like it's all his fault, but I don't know.
I mean, the Bulls aren't doing that much better.
Well, that's true. That's actually true.
They're only 3 wins above.
Yeah, I kind of
Obviously,
forgot about
both not great
But-
defenders.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can't really put that into it. Just about pure offense. Who do you think is better offensively? Basically. Because there's no other factors. Because we eliminate team success, basically. Unless you give the slight edge to LaVine. And then the defense, obviously, doesn't go to anyone. So it's just about who do you think is better offensively, basically.
No, I'm sticking with what I said.
You're cutting Booker. That's what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm kind of regretting it now.
No. Okay. You were locked in. Is it just because I made you nervous?
Well, no, I don't know.
Or you just... It's tough, but ultimately I would bench Booker. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe that's bias. I don't really think it is. I just think that he's better. And, the thing about
One,
team
like, yeah,
success, that's whatever. But it is a tough one. They're
that's
both
whatever.
great offensive young players, but I give the slight edge to Booker. And obviously, I'd start D'Lo, as I previously stated. Okay, so we got 2 more left. First off, we got let me find it. Okay, we got a couple of young point guards. We got De'Aaron Fox, Trae Young, Jamal Murray.
De'Aaron Fox, Trae Young, Jamal Murray. Start De'Aaron, bench. I'm gonna bench Jamal and cut. Ooh, I don't know actually. Because, like, the Nuggets team's playing great.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'm blanking on who I was just talking. Trae Young. I don't. Yeah, no. I think I'd bench Jamal
Okay, yeah,
and cut Trae Young.
I completely agree with that. I kind of like held my breath when you were like thinking about it because I was like, I mean, I get that's kind of tough, but personally, I think that Jamal Murray,
Well, I
obviously,
mean,
team success puts a big thing into it. Trae
I
Young
also
has,
think Trae Young has crazy potential.
yeah, and as of late too, that puts a big thing into it because he's
Yeah,
been
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
ever since January. But I think consistency and team success plays a big part in it,
That's
and
true.
Jamal Murray, and
I mean, ever since January, that's 2 months, my guy. But I mean,
yeah,
still, it's
and
not like,
obviously start De'Aaron Fox. In my opinion,
yeah.
he's been a great leader for them, even though they're not in the playoffs. He's been a good leader. He's only 20, and he's shown great improvement. And he's one of my
He's
favorite
only
players.
20.
He actually is 20, but he's one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's proven so. That's a tough take. But for the last one, we got a couple young big boys. We got Marvin Bagley, DeAndre Ayton, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say Bagley because I like Bagley, but I really like Jaren Jackson Jr.'s game.
Okay.
So
It's tough, yeah. You see how I purposely made these tough?
I think I'm gonna go with. Oh, I didn't expect them to be easy.
LeBron, Lonzo, and Ingram start bench cut.
Yeah, I think I'd go with what's this? I think I'd bench Jaren Jackson. Bench Jaren Jackson Jr. Cut Bagley.
Okay. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you. And I don't really
Fuck
think
you.
this
No,
is
just
biased.
kidding.
Well, no, it's respectful, it's tough, but personally, I put him. Obviously, Jaren Jackson has the defense, which really helps. But before Bagley went out with that injury, the Kings were in a playoff spot and they were looking
That's
really
true.
good. And he had those stretches where he was doing really good. He had like a month where he was averaging 20, and he was just doing really good for them. Once they actually started him
That's
and
true.
started
I
playing
did
him
kind
minutes.
of, yeah, I did kind of forget about that.
But once he went down with that injury, things kind of started falling apart. And I mean, he's still averaging a block per game, and that obviously helps. But I mean, Jaren Jackson obviously has still been a good player, but I give Bagley the edge there. But I mean, you obviously disagree, unless you want to change your mind. But I mean,
I mean, I don't know. I'd like Jaren Jackson Jr.'s game though. I like his all-around
I
game
do.
as a power forward.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is good, but I give Bagley the edge personally. So that was all for the start bench cut. Pretty good, pretty
Okay,
good.
yo, wait. I got something for you.
Oh, so now you're gonna give me one. Okay, okay.
No.
Oh,
It's something different.
oh,
Um,
crap.
I saw this post on Instagram, and it was
Oh,
like,
NBA
it says,
Instagram.
no.
Oh,
It's what's most impressive, and the 4 options are streak rate, defensive player of the years, 3 straight seasons of averaging a triple double, 14.5 assists per game
oh,
for a
I've seen
season.
this. I've seen this.
Yeah, and then MVP defensive player, Finals MVP in the same season.
I know all the players that match up to this too. but I'm gonna go with Hakeem's MVP, Defensive Player
That's
of the Year,
definitely good.
Finals MVP.
What do you think comes next?
I think that the triple doubles last. I honestly don't
So
think
it's it's close. I don't know. I
between
think
the
it's close
assists.
between the assist and the triple doubles.
Yeah, but
I think
like
those are.
they never said
I think
which
for
category
last
for
it's
a triple
between.
double. Steals.
Yeah, I think it's
Pure
between the
locks in
assists.
2K.
Or for last, it's between the triple doubles and the assists. Think I think the MVP defense player of the year and Finals MVP is close. Like Hakeem and Dwight are close, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. And they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely
Well, I
don't
give
think
the.
the 3 straight seasons of triple double is that impressive.
That's
Like,
why.
okay, it
Can I
was
say?
impressive when he did it the first season, but like now that he's just kind of doing it, it doesn't seem like he has to try that hard. I mean, like, it can't be like the hardest thing in the world. Like, Alfred Payton's just gotten like 5 fucking triple doubles in a row.
Shout out to Alfred Payton. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what the hell?
But looking back at the MVP year and looking back at now Russ is averaging a triple double every year, it seems like, or he is ever since that year.
Exactly.
Do you still give him that MVP? Because they weren't a high seeding, they
That.
got kicked out in the first round.
I
Even at the
mean,
time, I'd even give him the MVP. I was still all for
yeah,
James Harden
I
that year.
still
So
have
were you.
Harden.
Yeah, I was I was all for Harden that year too. And some people say that screwed up LeBron's MVP because then, he would have won last year and then, it screws everything up. But you know, Westbrook averaging a triple double, it's not the most impressive thing. I mean, obviously it's cool, but like when you're doing it over and over again with little effort, like I think he's averaging
Exactly.
11 rebounds and 11 assists. Like it's not even
Exactly.
close
It doesn't
anymore.
even
It's
look
still a
like
whole,
exactly. It's
yeah,
like easy for him now. And like I was
exactly.
looking at the comments and everybody was like 3 straight triple doubles, 3 straight triple doubles.
What?
And I was like, are you serious? And
What's good?
someone was like, if you don't pick triple doubles, you're stupid or something like that. And
What?
I replied to his comment and I was like,
Oh,
and
yeah, get it.
he said, no, he said, like 2 people have averaged a triple double. Never mind. 3 straight seasons. You all mugs if you're not going with Russ.
But
And I just replied with, how many defensive player of the years does Russell Westbrook have? And like getting defensive player of the year is not an easy award.
wait,
I mean, I guess it's easier if you're like a big man, but
did the thing
even so.
say in the same season, like the MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
In brackets, it said in the same season,
in the same season.
which
Okay.
is also extremely difficult.
Yeah, because first of all, you have to be the best player defensively in the league, be the best player in the league, and you also have to win the championship. So, and that's something
Exactly.
Russell Westbrook will never do.
Westbrook,
Just
yeah, no.
kidding. He could win a championship, but like it's looking very unlikely at this point, just
Oh,
because his style of
I
play
thought you were
doesn't
talking
translate
about.
to championships,
It doesn't translate to wins.
to wins exactly. I
Oh,
mean, he's been
I just
trying this
fucking
season.
peed.
He's taken a step back a little bit, but he's still taking those shots at times that are just like, what are you doing?
You think if Westbrook were to play with like a, a, like an elite coach, not elite, but like a really good coach, do
Yeah,
you think that could help him?
Billy Donovan is not a good coach. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. He's not a good coach. The reason that the Thunder lost that season or the series last year was because they got outcoached by Quinn Snyder, and Billy
Quinn
Donovan.
Snyder's a really good coach.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't think that Billy Donovan really runs plays. I mean, I think he's an overrated coach, and Thunder have always had good players for ever since he was there, so that it makes them look better, obviously.
That's true.
But I'll still give them credit. They've had lots of role players who have done good this season. Like the first thing that comes to mind is Jeremy Grant. He's been playing amazing this season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's been hitting those threes, getting those blocks. He's been a really key part of their team because he
Very
went
underrated.
from a like not a bad starter, but like
Bum.
yeah, basically he went from not a good start to now he's a legitimate starter in the league. So I give him
Yeah,
props
yeah.
for that. What were we talking? Oh yeah,
It's respect.
lost track of there. Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna get to the topic that the last topic. I think that this podcast has been long enough. So is there anything else that you want to say before we end? Any points you want to bring up? Is there anything at all? Or have we covered mostly everything that we need to talk about?
No. I think so, yeah. Well, like, I feel like most of it was just this game.
Well, that's true, but I mean, I mean, it gets you to think a
It's
little
all
bit,
good, though. That's
Yeah.
true.
And plus, what else do you really want us to do? Because the basketball season is kind of dead right now, so there's not really
That's
much for
true.
us to talk about. I guess if you want to have a video or a podcast of us talking about what's wrong with 2K, then that could be an
Oh,
option.
God.
But that could be
I
like a
don't think
2 hour
I think
podcast.
that'll be a two.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for listening to the podcast. Tune in next time so that we talk about some more NBA topics. And, oh, that was really weird wording. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.